Thank you, Father Whitlock, Reverend Fathers, any honored guests, and my brothers. The first time I can remember thinking of the priesthood was around the time of my first communion. I had received as a gift a little first communion missal, and with this I celebrated Mass with my siblings. Fairly common, I know. I enjoyed doing this, but my siblings did not. And so, after after a handful of times, I celebrated Mass no more with them, as they firmly rejected Father Thomas. But the seed was planted, and so as I entered 5th grade, then the age when you could become an altar server at my parish, this is the next kind of watering that God had in mind for me. I became an altar server, and I've enjoyed serving the Mass ever since. I was the one who was always there, praying that the other servers would be late, sick, not show up, whatever, so that I could serve in their place. This didn't happen as frequently as I would like, but God continued to kind of work through this to bring me closer to the priest and to watch the priest at the altar. As I entered 8th grade, I remember sitting in my parish one day after confession on a Saturday afternoon, and our then pastor, Father Norman Hunke, walked by and said to me, "Thomas, I think you would make a good priest." Okay. I had always thought of the priesthood, but this seemed to be like God's way of validating it. Yes, I have spoken to you, Thomas. And so I remember this. It was kind of another way that God kind of watered the seed that he had planted in my mind about the priesthood, my desire for it. I was confirmed in 8th grade, and then as I entered high school, I was the one who remained interested in the faith. I wasn't the one who confirmed and graduated out. I remember reading about the faith and going to a more kind of deeper intellectual conversion about the faith, just kind of reading, becoming more and more in love with the church, its history, and everything that she had to offer, which was quite a bit. And the more I read, the hungrier I became. Along with this, entering high school, becoming busy, I thought, well, it would be nice to do, these other things. And then if all that fails, then maybe I'll pursue the priesthood. It was kind of the backup plan. However, God continued to call me, and as soon as I could drive, I did what every 16-year-old wants to do with this newly found freedom. I went to daily Mass and weekly confession. And so with this newfound freedom, I found freedom through God. I was able to do a confession weekly, working to eradicate some serious sins from my life, being able to grow close to the priest, especially as I received kind of the mercy of God through the priest in the confessional. Going to daily Mass throughout the summer helped me to be in touch with the liturgical year, with the saints, helped kind of bring me closer to the priesthood as well. As I entered my junior and senior years of high school, the thought of the priesthood was still there. It was back stronger than ever. And so I continued to pray about it, and I met seminarians for the first time. I was invited to the kind of Seminarian Day for Omaha. It was a one-day event at the Pro Sanctity Center, and I met flesh and blood seminarians for the first time. I discovered that they were all unique, God had all called them in different ways, and it was amazing. I had actual flesh and blood seminarians to talk to. It put a very human face on what a priest would be or what a future priest would be. So this answered a lot of questions that I had in my mind. Can you be happy, etc.? And I discovered that, yes, you can be happy. They were the most joy-filled people I had come across, and that their authentic witness showed me that this was something that I could strive for and that I felt that was kind of deeply burning within me. On that day, we also prayed the Liturgy of the Hours, Vespers. And so from this, I began to pray the Liturgy of the Hours as well, first night prayer, and then occasionally morning prayer. Praying this, added on to my other prayers, God kind of continued to call me. And so meeting with the vocations director, and then going on a Vianney visit in February of my junior year helped, I think, answer any remaining questions I had about going to the seminary. I was like, okay, this is the place to be. We had a lot of fun. It was also very prayerful. And as God had opened all these doors for me, kind of entering seminary, I thought this is where he wants me to go. And so he's called me here. And I can say these past 2 years, he has given me many blessings. It's helped form me more and more to the man he wants me to become. Praise be Jesus Christ.
Now and forever.